Welcome, everybody, to another evening ramble. What up, everybody? I know I haven't been live for a couple of days, but I just wanted to give you guys a big shout out for the kind birthday wishes on Monday. We had a 15-hour subathon stream. It was fucking fun. We got a Gilded full helm, by the way, so people are, if anyone was curious. We didn't really do any openings. I was planning on potentially opening some of my crystal keys. But I just don't have the shards for it right now, as you see, and I was too fucking lazy to do it. I didn't want to do it on my birthday, but we did get this, so now we have 11 unique Gilded, and I believe we have 3 duplicates that are in the POH. So this tab's looking sexier than ever, and hopefully it just gets more and more sexy over the coming months and years. But I want to show you guys the clip real quick, so I'm just gonna warn you right now, this might be fucking loud on your end. I'm really not sure, but here we go. Come on! Ah! Ah! Help me. No, I'm fine. We got a new fucking Gilded! New fucking Gilded! Yeah, so that was a pretty cool moment. I watch Behemoth and I watch the RuneScape Chronicles, and I swear to God, people get really upset with how I react. I'm sorry. But, that was my natural reaction. And maybe it's a little bit, aggressive because I'm streaming and I'm already like in the heat of the moment, just streaming live. But that is truly how I feel. And it's fucking awesome getting new Gilded in Third Age. Anyway, so I just wanted to bring that up. Thank you guys again. Feels good being 27. It's a strange feeling. Less than 3 years away from the big 30. So anyway, as you guys can see, I'm at Giants Foundry. I've done this probably for 2.5 hours total. Like, to be completely honest, I am going to go for the log. It's a little bit repetitive. It's a little bit boring, but I'm going to give credit where it's due. First of all, it's unique as fuck. And it doesn't really even feel like you're smithing, which is also really cool. It feels like you're completing over and over and over a mini game puzzle. A quest puzzle. It's like a mini game, basically, in a form of doing a quest puzzle over and over and over. So it's kind of interesting. Like, it's kind of cool. And the only reason it gets a little bit boring is because I forget why I'm doing it. Like, I'll just be sitting there. I'm like, why the fuck am I doing this? And I'm like, oh yeah, the 20,000 plus XP drop at the end. I forget that that's a fucking thing. So when you take everything into consideration, including the extremely generous XP rates, I think this minigame is fucking awesome. So I'll just show you guys real quick what I've unlocked here. Every single thing I've unlocked is just those packs. So I need, or the blade points and stuff like that. So I have 3 more to unlock. And then at that point, I'm just going to unlock the rest of the random shit just in any order. It doesn't really, probably the outfit first. But again, like, these rewards take so little time that it'll be easy. So I'll just get whatever I want, what I feel like. So let me know what you guys think about Giants Foundry down in the comments. I'd love to hear you guys' take. I never looked up any guide, and there really is no need to look up a guide, but I've already started to discover a little bit of tick saving strategies and little things here and there. And first of all, I want to watch somebody else's guide, which I haven't gotten into, because I want to see what other people have found, like tips and tricks, because I am positive I haven't found them all. But I will make a guide on this. It'll be like an efficient guide, so it won't be for everybody, unfortunately. And I will be wearing my max cape, so in the video when I say I'm wearing my by the way, the reason I'm bringing this up, and I haven't even shared my entire thought right now, but I get a comment probably once every 2 weeks on my Mahogany Homes guide, and every fucking comment every 2 weeks, they're like, I don't know if you guys read, or like, basically they're prefacing their comment by saying, I don't know if you read this, but like, just pretty much making fun of me saying, use your max cape when going to Barbara. And yeah, anyway, that's kind of funny. But those are my efficient guides, guys. If you guys don't want the efficiency, if you guys don't have a max cape, if you guys are just training from, level 1 to 50 or whatever your grind is, you can go watch Theoatrix or somebody. These are for efficient players. Anyway, so I'll make my efficient guide here. I didn't know for the first hour that you were supposed to put in a mixture, like an exact mixture of 14 rune and 14 addy. So I was doing 28 rune and I was getting dog shit XP rates. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Anyway, I realized that after now. I was like, well, rip all that rune. But Anyway, yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments. And now for the big piece of news. So I was browsing the 2007 Scape Reddit. I took a nap today because I've just been, I don't know what it is lately. Maybe it's just the heat and just the humidity. I've been so fucking tired in the afternoons. Um, yeah, I just get exhausted. I always take like these little like hour and a half naps and they feel good, but then I also lie in bed for another hour after I wake up because I'm too groggy and then I stare at my phone. Anyway, I saw this post and here, I'll actually just make it a little bit larger for you guys. So basically, it looks like a guy from the OSRS Wiki team admin. I mean, it looks like he's an admin there. I don't know if that's just like what anybody can get, but I'm pretty sure he's a Wiki person. And he sounds very smart. So basically, what he says is the buff to elite clue third age rates also doubled the drop rates of all gilded stuff. Thought I'd share this. Okay, and let me just state this right now. The way he's wording this may make some of you think that doubling the drop rates of something is bad. It's good. It means a 1 in 10 goes to a 1 in 5. Not a 1 in 10 goes to a 1 in 20. That's not doubling, that's halving. Anyway, just pointing that out there because it's a very common thing to think initially when people say doubling the drop rates. Anyway, thought I'd share this because it doesn't seem to be common knowledge yet. When they increased the drop rate of third age stuff, the change also made everything in the elite mega rare table about 1.96 times more common. That includes all gilded equipment, third age, ring of nature, and lava dragon mask, a few other random potions. So anyway, I have this tweet pulled up real quick. Oops, I already fucked it up. Anyway, this is the tweet where he's getting this information from, and of course it's now presented on the wiki. It's very interesting. It might have already been on the wiki for a couple weeks now. I'm not actually sure on that. But basically, somebody's asking what happened, and Modash replies, there used to be 50 entries on the elite list, basically. Third age occupying one of those entries. Now there's 51 entries on the entire list, with third age occupying 2 of them. So let's go back to this Reddit thing. So basically, he's just saying that to compensate, everything in the first table got 2% less common. He also, he's not, he says he thinks that the third age rate is 1 in 2932. It is. It's 1 in 2932 per casket now. And if we remember back, oh God, wrong tab, my bad. If we remember back to, I'm just going to pull up right back here, February 10th, 2022. That was the day I basically virtually nutted because they finally came out with Pull 76 Pull Blog. And it was fucking, I was just like, the first thing they pretty much brought up was third age and then elite clues and other clues from sepulchers. So it's very interesting though, because they say, I'll just read the main things. So here's how our numbers crunch in practice. Third age from elite is 1 in 5750. These were the old rates. And then hards were 3250 and masters 2270. It's like 2269 point something. As you can see, it's actually harder to get third age from elite clues than hard ones. So we plan to fit third age between hard and master clues at a rate of 1 in 2750. So maybe this was just like word service or whatever the hell that shit's called, where you just like say something that sounds nice. Because I mean, I made a tweet like May of 2021 where I said I would really love it if the elite if the third age rate from elite clues was 1 in 2750. That would be a perfect fit. And then they mentioned it here, so I was just like, holy fuck, like they're nailing it. Basically, this is the exact rate I wanted. Now if we just go back real quick, and I'll get into this a bit more, but what the actual rate is right now is 1 in 2932. So most people probably don't see that as a big deal. Even me, like, I don't see it as a big deal, mainly because it got such a big buff. In fact, what he's stating right here is a 1.96 times more common buff, which is cool. But, it's not 1 in 2750, which I'm, a little bit bothered by, but it's not the end of the world because I understand how drop rates work. Like there's got to be rolls. They've got to fit the numbers in. And just to try to arbitrarily get it to 2750 makes no fucking sense. But they could have gotten it kind of close, a little bit closer. But I think they went the easy route and just doubled everything. Anyway, so I just wanted to bring that up because it isn't very common news, and I would probably be like that person to know, and it's been a month now, I believe. Let me just check this post right here, which was when it was actually implemented. Yeah, almost a month now. So 30 days. And I haven't noticed it until literally like an hour ago. So that's very interesting. And then, but here's the thing that kind of bothers me is they say at a rate of 2750, and that rate will remain static even if new items are added to the clue reward pool. Yeah, I feel like this is just bullshit. I feel like that's a fucking lie. Now, mainly because they're saying the rate is static. Like the fact that you're using the word static, not you're saying the rate will remain about the same. You're saying it will remain static, which means you're pretty fucking set on the 1 in 2750. It's really strange because if you're adding new items to stuff, it's going to be very fucking difficult to try to maintain whatever number they basically end up with because it's not 1 in 2750. So this already is just a lie. Not a lie. Let me rephrase. I'm not butthurt at Jagex in any way. I'm just trying to state the news and basically state what actually happened. I'm not really actually even bothered by this, to be completely honest, but it is a little bit of just like, I guess, misinformation. They're just kind of like saying shit that they just go back on, because if we look at the actual implementation of these changes, we scroll down to when it was actually implemented, and it says, clue scroll changes. We've changed the rarity of third age items from elites to fit proportionally between hard and master clues. They don't say anything else because they realize what they actually stated that we voted on. This is the actual thing we voted on, to make it 1 in 2750. That's just not what happened. And again, there's no real reason to be too super butthurt about it because it's close enough, you know? But it's like, okay, I mean, we voted on a certain number, and now you're just making it like more rare than that. So again, I'm not even going to try to push for anything to even go on to this. I'm just sharing it. I'm just making the video, but I would love to hear your guys' thoughts on this. So let's go to what the wiki actually shows now. So I'm going to put this into full screen real quick. I've just been cutting gems here in game, so you're going to see that in the background. But look, I made a ramble back in, when is this actually? Holy fuck. I wish you could actually, here, I'm going to have to go full screen real quick, and then I'm going to go back. Okay, so April 4th, 2021. That was when I recorded this video with BC Guppy. This is a Ramble 34, if you guys want to go check it out. It'll be in the description. It's irrelevant now, but if you're just curious on how things used to be a year ago, feel free. So as you see right here, I know it's really fucking hard to see. I'm going to just pull it up real here. Right here. 1 in 28,750. So, okay, let me go quickly. I'm a little jumbled. I apologize. This is the actual page right now, live right now. This is not any old stuff. This is what's happening. As you see, there is 2 lists of items. One is the common uniques, and that includes Tuxedo, even though Tuxedo is 10 times more rare than all the other things. But this is all in the one category, one list. And then there's the second list, and that includes all gilded, all potions, all other rare random shit, and third age. So these are the 2 lists. Everything else is just the common stuff that you just get from every tier clue. So I want to just pull this all up, because if we look at the second list, and we will get to the first list, but the second list says 1 in 14,663 per roll. And again, remember that elite clues have 4 to 6 rolls per casket, so an average of 5, because I'm almost positive that every single time it's just what am I trying to say? It's random. Like it's exactly equal weighting of either getting a 4 item or a 6 item or a 5 item. So averages out to 5, which puts this as gilded. If you want a specific, or sorry, per roll, sorry. So basically, gilded is 5 times more common than third age right now, because as you see, a drop rate for any piece of gilded is 1 in 2932 per roll. So then you just multiply that by 5, and you get the actual chance, which is, I believe, 1 in 600-ish, just like right below 1 in 600 for a gilded. So every like 600 elite caskets, you should get a piece of gilded. Kind of interesting. Now, that's not I don't know if that's fully accurate, mainly because there's two different tiers of Gilded, as you see. So take this number with a grain of salt. I believe this isn't actually accurate because I think what they're thinking is Gilded goes from here to here. Like this is like the original Gilded stuff from Gilded Full Home down to the Gilded Hosta. And now there's Elite Gilded stuff, which you can also get on the Master Clues, I believe, as well, which is this stuff. So I don't even think this stuff is included. If you included this, I actually believe Gilded's about a 1 in 200 per casket chance because these are over twice as common as these ones, and I don't even think they're taking into account those. So, in fact, I'm certain they haven't taken them into account because I'm already looking at these. The fact that you add all these up and it's already like way under this number, of course, with the fraction. But yeah, so I'll do the calcs on my own. It's not really relevant for this video, but this isn't really accurate. This is just saying for any pieces of Gilded from here down. Because as you see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wait, is that 11? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Sorry, I already fucking miscounted. There's 11 pieces, and so you divide 32,000 by 11, and you get this number, which is a nice, clean number because that's the exact number now of the, at least I believe it's the exact number, 1 in 29, 32. Yep, for a third age per casket. So the normal Gilded, which it's very subject. I guess it's not subjective, but it's what Jagex decides is the normal Gilded. This down is the normal Gilded, and then all this stuff up is just not Gilded. I guess it's the new shit. So anyway, yeah, I'm rambling on, but this number is not accurate. It's only counting those 11 Gilded. Now they say that for any piece of third age, it's this per roll. So you divide that by 5, and you get this number. So it's exactly 5 times. So I want to compare some of these numbers, though, because look at this. 1 in 14,000 is the main stuff, and then it goes to 1 in 32,000 for the main quote-unquote Gilded stuff that Jagex believes is Gilded and the other stuff isn't. It's like shittier Gilded. And then you got the 17 pieces of third age at 1 in 249,262. So let's go back to the video real quick and just show this off. So as you see, I know it's very blurry. This is a 720p video, and it's just bad quality. The first things you see is 1 in 28,000 for all of these. So, yeah, what this guy stated on the Reddit post is exactly accurate. Every single thing on this list got doubled, except not exactly doubled, because they added an entire new roll. So what he said is a 1.96. multiplier. So every single item on this table, and I can prove it because I can just go down here a little bit. You see it goes to 1 in 63,000 down here, and then as soon as I show the third age, wherever that is, I'm like just trying to fucking find this shit. Anyway, just trust me on it. Trust me that these numbers were about a 1 in 4, I believe it was a 1 in 488,000. So you multiply that by 1.96 and you get this number. So anyway, let me pull up the entire large screen again. There we go. So all of this table got multiplied by 1.96, which is cool. It got more common by 1.96 times. But, and let me just bring this up real quick. There are 48 normal items here, excluding Gilded. So from the Fremennik Kilt up, there are 48 items. They used to be 1 in 1250. And of course, they all got slightly more rare, which is really funny, by the way, because Elites have already had that huge problem of Uniques just not being common enough. But now they're even slightly more uncommon, just unnoticeably. But so you got 48 items there, and then you have these 10 items, which are all the tuxedo, which consists as one item, basically. So there's 48 up here, and then these all count as basically just one, because as you see right here, they are 10 times more rare than all the rest, which means you can just kind of like package up all those together, and it'll be a 1 in 1275. So you can just put tuxedo, 1 in 1275. And then you would like open up the little menu and you see all 10 of them. This table down here, this is like its own little sub table, because now this table, basically you could imagine it as rares, 1 in 1275, and there used to just be one little subsection. So let's just pretend like this is the only table. You'd have a little teeny subsection right here that would say rares 1 in 1275. But according to the tweet, that has been doubled. Sorry, right here. So there used to be 50 entries. One of those was the rare, he calls it third age, but the rare thing. But now there's 51. So basically there are now, if you can kind of visualize it, there's 48 normal items, all 1 1275. Then there's the tuxedo in one little box. Tuxedo stuff is 1 in 1275. And then you have 2 boxes of rare stuff at 1 in 1275 each. Very cool. So, yeah, it's interesting. So, in fact, I'm just going to pull up a calc real quick, just seeing what that actually entails. So, if we do 1275 divided by 2 divided by 5, because there's 5 rolls per casket, that means that every 127.5 elite caskets, every 127.5 elite caskets, you will get something on here on average. One thing on here on average every 127 elite caskets. Kind of interesting. Anyway, I just wanted to share all that because I find it interesting, these little rates, and it's not really well known, so I figured I would just expand your guys' knowledge on what actually happened. And I imagine a lot of you maybe already had checked it. Those that had a bunch of elites probably checked the wiki and already know this. But for the majority of people listening, you probably had no idea. I don't know if you even care, but I cared. And I think it's kind of interesting. So we'll see in the future. There could be another clue expansion. I'm guessing probably in the next year, maybe year and a half. I think Jagex really sees clues as a great piece of content that they want to expand. And there's been a lot of discussion on adding stackable clues, adding other things like that, making clues easier to, farm and shit like that. We'll see what they entail, but I just don't think with a clue expansion, these numbers are going to stay the same as they try to say right here, which is that 1 in 2750, that rate will remain static even if new items are ruled. It's like, this is such a bad look because it's just so inaccurate. It's just like, it's just not true. Anyway, that's pretty much all I wanted to say, guys. I would love to hear your guys' feedback down in the comments. Feel free to just pretty much mention anything about Giants Foundry or the Elite Clues. And also, I would greatly appreciate it if you guys would drop a like on the video. And if you guys would subscribe if you haven't already, I'd very much appreciate it. It helps my channel grow. Also, just a few more little shout outs real quick. Uncle and Whale were on the Sensei cast. I'm not going to lie. I don't even really know what we talked about. I just see Sensei casts as, if it's a guest you're interested in, click the video. You're by no means obligated to listen to every single Sensei cast, but they're up there and enjoy them if you do. And that's pretty much it. Next week, I've been trying to contact Pure Spam to get him on the Sensei cast. He's on vacation right now, so he hasn't replied. Good for him, by the way, for just like ignoring social media shit and just enjoying his vacation. But I am trying to plan him to come on for next week. We'll see. It'll be a tight little window to get him on. And also, I was on Based After Dark podcast, which is Based is a streaming team. So basically a bunch of different streamers and a bunch of viewers are also in the Based Discord, which is just a bunch of friends that hang out. And they started a podcast, which includes Tasty Life, Ignoble Solid, Q Deeks, Prison Joe, T Papa Slice, Mofo. I wish it was uploaded by now so I could just share it with you guys. But it was a really good podcast. I fucking enjoyed being on it. I was a little bit stoned, so take it with a grain of salt. It was immediately after the Whale Uncle Sensei cast. But I believe, I can't fully remember, but I believe I get pretty personal in it. So if you guys want to listen to that, there's a lot of stuff I've never shared with anybody ever publicly. So yeah, I guess not shared with anyone ever. Shared publicly ever. So if you guys want to check out that cast, it is a face cam cast. You can go look on YouTube, look up Based After Dark podcast, and you'll see it there. Plus, I'll probably retweet it on Twitter. So go follow me down on Twitter and Twitch, boys, for me. Thank you very much, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.